And it's the final push to get out votes in the U.S. Senate race between sitting Democratic Congressman Andy Kim and Republican businessman Curtis Bashaw. After what started as a contentious primary with a crowded field and battles over the party line, the latest polls show it's Kim's to lose. He's up about 18 points. But there's always room for an upset, and it'll be the first time New Jersey sends a new U.S. Senator to Washington in a decade. Ted Goldberg has the latest from that race.
You want to put the sticker on me?
Andy Kim worked hard for his I voted sticker. The Democratic candidate for Senate waited for 2 hours to pull the lever here in Moorestown, in the heart of his district in Congress.
I'm so excited to see so many people showing up to vote.
Even the early birds had to wait on historically long lines.
We got here about sometime
seven,
and it took about 1 hour and a half for us to.
I set a timer.
Yeah, she did time it, but that's fine. We were happy to take our part in history. It's a very important election. We recognize that.
Typically, if we come up kind of like that late morning, we're in and out very quick. Today it was 2 hours and 5 minutes.
It was a little quicker last time I voted, but I got up at 5 a.m. to do that.
I've voted in this polling station for so many years. I've never seen a line out the door. I've never had to wait more than 5 seconds to be able to vote before.
Kim is running on his record as a 3-term representative here, hoping to replace longtime Senator Bob Menendez, who resigned after he was found guilty of corruption charges.
I really do hope that we can represent a new era of politics coming in, one that can restore trust and faith from the American people and the people of New Jersey. So I'm very humbled to be here and hopeful for America today. For me, I want my country to be able to deliver for my 2 little boys, but we're not going to be able to get that done if we continue to have this level of distrust. So that was exactly why I stepped up. I did not plan to run for Senate. This was not something I had in the cards, but I felt it was important to give the people of New Jersey a choice.
His opponent, Republican businessman Curtis Bashaw, agrees with Kim's thoughts on the electorate.
I am feeling so energized because the voters are energized.
Bashaw is a moderate Republican and has touted his business credentials as a reason voters should send him to the Senate.
I'm a businessman. He's a career politician. I've signed the front side of a paycheck for 35 years, every 2 weeks, creating 1,000 jobs.
The Cape May native has tried to paint Kim as too liberal for New Jersey.
My opponent is on the wrong side of the economy. He wants to tax and spend. I think we got to grow the economy. He's soft on the border.
Bashaw won the Republican primary against a Trump-endorsed candidate, but now trails Kim by 18 points in the latest FDU poll. Ryder's Micah Rasmussen says more people know about Kim than Bashaw, a huge deal in a state that hasn't elected a Republican to the Senate since 1972.
Being the guy who cleaned up after January 6th, the guy who expressed concern for Curtis Bashaw when he passed out in the debate, the guy who has reformed New Jersey politics forever with getting rid of the line. And so he has this really strong personality that he's developing for himself that Curtis is not going to be able to overcome.
We've driven about 82,500 miles since January 15th in that car over there. We've been to 21 counties, hundreds of municipalities. We've gotten to know the backwaters, the urban cores.
The voters in those places say they don't mind the extended wait times to participate in democracy.
I just think it's really important to take the time, not just for the big election, but for all the local selections.
We're really, really fortunate to be able to have this process in our country. And if the line was 10 hours long, I would have waited 10 hours.
If you care, you have to vote, and I care. That's all right, I'm willing to do that. The sun's out, it's a beautiful day. I mean, even if it was snowing and pouring rain, I think I'd still wait. I mean, you have to vote.
Andy Kim could be the nation's first Korean-American senator, while Curtis Bashaw could be New Jersey's first openly gay senator. Whichever candidate wins, history will be made in the Garden State. In Moorestown, I'm Ted Goldberg, NJ Spotlight News.